From the title of this video, you may be thinking, what the hell is going on? And to be honest, you'd be quite right, because I've decided I'm going to subject myself to the work of E.L. James on live camera. Well, not live, but basically in front of you at the same time I'm reading this book, for you all to enjoy and for me to experience. If you're not acquainted with the books by E.L. James, then basically booksellers would class them as high erotica, which translates for us to be hardcore porn. Therefore, like all normal 16-year-old boys, I've decided that I will be reading them live in front of you. 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair, it just won't behave, and damn Catherine Kavanagh for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. I should be studying for my final exams, which are next week, yet here I am, trying to brush my hair into submission. I must not sleep with it wet. I must not sleep with it wet. Reciting this mantra several times, I attempt once more to bring it under control with a brush. I roll my eyes with exasperation and gaze at the pale, brown-haired girl with blue eyes too big for her face staring back at me, and give up. My only option is to restrain my wayward hair into a ponytail and hope that I look semi-presentable. I'm sorry, but I read that completely differently. This is how I read it. I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair, it just won't behave. And damn Catherine Kavanagh for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. I should be studying for my final exams, which are next week. Yet here I am, trying to brush my hair into submission. I must not sleep with it wet. I must not sleep with it wet. I'm sorry, but how can you not take that in another way? It's not just me that would just think, what the... that she's not talking about her hair there, is she? Definitely not. To bring it under control. Exasperation. And gaze at the pale brown-haired girl. My option is to restrain my wayward hair so I look semi-presentable. I'm sorry, but it's just not working, is it really? How can you not read it like that? It's just going to go downhill from here, I think. Especially how... Oh, I must not sleep with it wet. What, so that she's at university and they want to be a journalist? She's got a she's got a Mercedes? All the people I know are skint. E.L. James is a pen name, or at least he has used initials like J.K. Rowling and also K.M. Payton. But why would this author use initials? That's what's kind of digging into me. Is it a guy that doesn't want people to know that he's wrote this book? Because obviously it's a bit embarrassing to think that it's from a woman's point of view and it's mainly read by women, bar me. So yeah, this is why. And also he's started calling two women attractive. Behind the solid sandstone desk, a very attractive, groomed, blonde young woman smiles pleasantly at me. She's wearing the sharpest charcoal suit jacket and white shirt I have ever seen. She looks immaculate. Lesbian? Maybe it's just his opinion. Why would she be saying that? She definitely fancies Kate. But then Kate can talk me into anything. I bet she can. Oh, this is quite good. I can relate to this. I sit down, fish the questions from my backpack and go through them, inwardly cursing Kate for not providing me with a brief biography. I know nothing about this man I'm about to interview. He could be 90 or he could be 30. The uncertainty is galling, and my nerves resurface, making me fidget. I've never been comfortable with one-on-one interviews, preferring the anonymity of a group discussion where I can sit inconspicuously in the back of the room. To be honest, I prefer my own company, reading a classic British novel, curled up in a chair in the campus library, not sitting twitching nervously in the colossal glass and stone edifice. But that's fine. I completely relate to that. Nothing wrong with that. I roll my eyes at myself. Get a grip, Steele. Oh dear. We're back again. That took long. We had a paragraph. Paragraph of sanity. How did she fall over? You don't need to knock, just go in, she smiles kindly. I push open the door and stumble through, tripping over my own feet and falling headfirst into the office. Double crap, me and my two left feet. I am on my hands and knees in the doorway to Mr. Gray's office, and gentle hands are around me, helping me stand. That's actually quite badly written, I think. She's made that... honestly, I'm going to have to reenact this. You don't need to knock, just go in, she smiles kindly. Yeah, so I don't really think that's quite plausible. She's gagging for it, isn't she, really? It takes me a moment for me to find my voice. Yeah, it does. I am, he smiles, but the smile doesn't touch his eyes. I never understand, how can a smile not touch your eyes? Like that? Because I can't... No, that was pedo-y. No, I don't. How does that work? I read it in quite a few books, and I can never understand. For example, I remember in Danny the Champion of the World, he did an eye smile or something like that, and I was just like, well, how do you do that without moving your... So if anybody can actually outline how that actually works, I'd be quite happy, because I'd quite like to be able to do that. Are you gay, Mr. Grey? It's a bit rich coming from you, you lesbian. You fancy all the women, all the blondes in here. Honestly, and Kate, I think you've definitely got it in for Kate. Well, yeah, in for Kate, anyway. Olivia leaps up and retrieves my jacket, which Grey takes from her before she can hand it to me. She holds it up and feeling ridiculously self-conscious. He holds it up and feeling ridiculously self-conscious, I shrug it on. Grey places his hands for a moment on my shoulders. I gasp at the contact. Anastasia, he says in farewell. Christian, I reply, and mercifully the doors close. What did I just read? That could have been a perfectly normal scene, but the author included so many words that have already set the scene for me, and I think it can only go downhill from here. If you want me to read the remainder of 50 Shades of Grey, then please like this video. I'm not saying that so I get better street cred or anything. I honestly just want to know, if you do like it, then please like it, and that gives me the sense to actually go on, rather than if I just get 5 dislikes and 1 like, I'll just be like, I think I'll stop now. So thanks very much for watching, and hope you are as freaked out as I am. Bye! Edifice? Frankly, I think Snape has got this pretty much summed up. What the devil is going on in here?